In early 2024, Damascus felt suspended between hope and dread. Cafes reopened, jasmine scented the air, and children returned to school. But the city's optimism was fragile. The souks buzzed with life, yet every laugh was shadowed by memories of war and the ever-present fear of its return. The government's grip looked strong, but beneath the surface, exhaustion and uncertainty simmered. Young Syrians painted murals over shrapnel scars, couples married, and families dared to plan for the future. But the silence was not peace. It was the breath before the storm. When the offensive came, it swept away Damascus's fragile hopes in a torrent of renewed chaos. The attack struck like lightning, coordinated, swift and everywhere at once. Rebel factions, united under storm, targeted regimes stronger. The Syrian army, hollowed by years of corruption and desertion. Soldiers abandoned. And the regime goes through the nation. Reality. The Assad dynasty's hostile, not with the battle, but with a silent, desperate fight. Syria stood on the edge of the unknown. Syria's new dawn was clouded by loss and uncertainty.
We are a people scattered by war, searching for hope.
We must be vigilant. Freedom is not guaranteed.
My duty is to my family, not to vanished leaders.
My children ask when we can go home. I have no answer.
For every Syrian, the fall brought both relief and fear. Liberation tinged with dread for what might come next.
My family in Damascus is terrified. We don't know who these new rulers are, or if minorities will be safe. I feel helpless, suspended between a lost past and an uncertain future.
We dreamed of freedom for years. Assad is gone, but now we face new rulers, harder and more dogmatic. The fight for a truly free Syria isn't over.
I fought because I had to, not for Assad. When the army collapsed, I ran to protect my family. I'm not a hero or a traitor, just a survivor.
We thought we were safe. My children went to school. My husband reopened his shop. Then overnight we lost everything and fled with nothing.
The new rulers, dominated by HTS, promise order and reform, but their past is stained by repression and abuse. HTS, led by Abu Muhammad al-Jolani, now controls Damascus, projecting pragmatism, but rooted in hardline ideology. Many Syrians, especially in diverse cities, fear a rigid social order replacing one form of oppression with another. The coalition faces a shattered economy, humanitarian crisis, and the challenge of governing millions. Early efforts focus on restoring services and stability, but deep divisions threaten unity. Moderate factions fear marginalization. Extremists resent compromise. As victory's euphoria fades, cracks widen. Will this new chapter bring stability or more chaos? The future of Syria hangs in the balance. Aid agencies are overwhelmed, donor fatigue is real, and winter looms. Children are out of school, the elderly and sick are left behind, and the world's attention has drifted. The UN warns of catastrophe, but help is slow to arrive. The survival of millions is a test of global conscience.
We drink dirty water, eat little, and my son is sick. There's nowhere to turn.
The regime's fall unleashed a new wave of suffering. Millions fled, fearing violence and uncertainty. Highways clogged with desperate families, borders with Lebanon, Jordan, and Turkey were mostly sealed. The displaced joined millions already uprooted, living in tents, ruins, and fields lacking food, water, and medicine. Justice is the foundation for lasting peace.
Only by facing the past can Syria build a future of dignity and security.
Civil society and international groups document crimes, but the path to reconciliation is long and painful. Trials, memorials, and national dialogue are needed to break the cycle of impunity.
Justice is not revenge. It's a mother's right to know her son's fate, a survivor's plea for truth.
Syria's wounds run deep. Mass graves, vanished loved ones, and a legacy of torture and fear. The fall of the regime opened prisons, but justice remains elusive. Both the old regime and new rulers have blood on their hands, complicating any hope for accountability. The fall of Assad hasn't ended foreign meddling. Russia, Iran, Turkey, and the West all vie for influence. The Syrian people remain pawns in a global game, their sovereignty still out of reach. The world's failure to act early turned protest into catastrophe. Delayed intervention allowed the war to metastasize. Military victory alone cannot bring peace. Only an inclusive political solution can heal Syria's divisions. Justice, minority rights, and fundamental freedoms must guide the new era. Without real reconciliation, the cycle of violence will continue. Yet hope endures in the resilience of ordinary Syrians. Doctors, teachers, activists, who keep working for a better future. The world owes them more than pity. It owes them support and justice. Let us not turn away. Let us help build a Syria that is free, just, and for all its people.